Good evening and welcome to the Village Board meeting for the Village of Pleasantville. Today is February 25. If you're watching live on February 25, we encourage you to call in if you have comments or questions. Our call-in number is 769-1677. As always, you can catch us on Verizon or Cablevision Cable TV, and with a live webcast at pctv76.org, and within a couple of days, an on-demand webcast that allows you to click into the section of meeting that you might be interested in. So again, our call-in number is 769-1677 for comments and questions. Our next work session is a week from today, Monday, March 4 at 7 p.m. And our next regular meeting is Monday, March 11 at 8 p.m. with a work session at 7. Had a couple of announcements to make. One is our Winter Farm Market continues to be a great success, and we encourage you to visit. It's in the middle school cafeteria on Saturday morning, starting at 9 and ending at 1 p.m. It's a great event, a great place to see some of the vendors that you're used to from the summer market, as well as a bunch of new ones. And you can sign up on the Facebook page. Is that the best place to sign up?
Go right to their
PleasantvilleFarmMarket.org is also a great resource. And if you sign up there for their updates, you can get information about the vendors and the changing vendors each week. It's really been a great thing. And thanks to Peter Rogovan and the entire team of Foodchester, which is the organization that runs it, having morphed into an entity from our Farm Market Committee. We have had a couple of other discussions going on tonight, just to let you know things that are going on in the village. One is we are in the midst of looking at some renovations to the pool house, which would include improvements in the bathrooms and also improvements on the other side. We're having a little bit of difficulty getting the right bids back, but we continue to work on that and look forward to making some much needed improvements up at the pool. We agreed tonight with Jeff Econom, our DPW superintendent, to take down the last of the two, are they Bradford pear trees or Callery pear trees?
I believe they're Bradford.
Bradford pear, I think,
Yeah.
at any rate. Something like 20 years ago, almost all the trees on Wheeler Avenue were replanted with a common variety of pear tree, which got quite big over 20 years, and it turns out that they are brittle and tend to break, which they have been doing quite regularly. And as most of you are aware, we only have a couple of them left. The last two, I think, are in front of the pharmacy and in front of Bird's Jewelers. Both of those need to come down as well because they are at risk of falling, so they're going to come down, and we'll replace them with the same Japanese cherry trees that we have been planting elsewhere on Wheeler Avenue. So sad to see larger trees go, but new trees are coming. Also wanted to let you know, a couple of people may be wondering what's going on with the broken door at the police station on Bedford Road. It was a victim of Hurricane Sandy when it got caught by the wind. Not the first time it's happened, because the door opens out into a bit of a wind tunnel there. So a new door is on order, and it will be of a sliding variety, so that instead of opening out into the sidewalk and catching the wind, it will slide back and forth and be motorized as the old door was as well, because that is the handicapped access to the building. So that's taking a while, and in the meantime, we have a broken door on the police station. Apologize for that, but better days are coming. A little later in work session, we'll be talking about improvements to the website. Colleen has been working hard on that, and you want to touch on that, Colleen?
Yeah, based on feedback from a lot of individuals as well as from the departments, we've decided to redevelop the website that we have, staying with the vendor that we currently use because we have a contract. But this website will allow us to offer information on many platforms. It'll also allow interaction both in and out of the village for people to send in information and for us to get a lot more information out. Meeting with the management team tomorrow, Patty? Correct?
Yes, tomorrow morning.
To talk about it. They're all very, very excited, and they've given us lots and lots of information to work with. So we're in a good place, and we'll be there soon.
Thank you for that, Colleen. It's we've known we needed to do it, and it's great to see it done. I mean, part of the decision to stick with our existing vendor is that they offer a very cost-effective program. In a perfect world, if money were no object, we might strike out on our own. But
And they also do a lot of training,
Right.
Which is part of the contract. So they'll come in and on site and sit with everybody and go through everything and get everybody very comfortable with how to do it. So
all that's great. Our information technology systems here in the village are really run without benefit of any information technology professionals. So we depend on some of these kinds of outside deals to make it work, and that certainly is one that's turned out to be cost effective. So worth reminding you again that there are a bunch of events coming up. Pleasantville Day is on Saturday, May 18. Memorial Day is on Monday, the 27th. The Fire Department Parade is on Friday, May 31. And the Pleasantville Music Festival is on Saturday, July 13th.
And I want to add the Westchester Wine Experience, sponsored by the Rotary, is on Saturday, March 23rd from 1 to 4 at Pace.
All right, so mark your calendars. A busy spring coming. So, anybody else have announcements? Are there comments or questions from the public? All right. With that, we'll go to our resolutions. Colleague.
Resolved that pre-check register dated February 25, 2013, covering check number 74661 through 74775, has been reviewed, and they are hereby approved as listed below. Coming from the general fund, the special purpose fund, the water fund, the capital fund, the refuse fund, the pool fund, and the trust and agency fund, totaling $522,243.89.
Is there a second?
Second.
Comments or questions?
There's one big payment in there, which wasn't there for,
Foremost for the chlorination plant. Is that the one?
Capital? In the water fund?
18,000 for the.
Well, there's
Yeah.
88,000 plus
106.
18,000.
Yeah, there's a big
Right, that's
chlorination.
Foremost Development. Those are the guys that are building the
Yeah.
chlorination plant. For the benefit of
That's
those
a
who are
big
watching,
number.
we're required by the health department to establish an automated mechanism for adding chlorine to our water system. Up until now, in the circumstances where it's been necessary, we've done it very carefully, but manually. That's no longer code compliant, and it's costing us a whole lot of money. So,
That, and there was a big health insurance premium
Right.
as well.
any other comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. Indeed.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees has reviewed the minutes of the meeting held on Monday, February 11th, 2013, and they are hereby approved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Comments or corrections to the minutes?
In Resolution 2013-34, which was the Code Red notification system, didn't we indicate that was a 5-year contract?
It's a
You were going to look into.
5-year contract with a 3-year minimum commitment. This,
Okay.
the
But that should,
fourth and fifth
I
years
thought
are,
that we verbally said that when we read it.
yes, the fourth
So
and
it's
fifth-
not, that's not reflected in the minutes. I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
if we want to.
Okay, well,
Because it says it's set forth in the agreement, but it didn't say that in the agreement, so
Okay.
it should say it somewhere? Yes? Okay.
we'll change that, because the contract I'm being asked to sign is basically for 22,000 and change, so it's like a 5-year agreement.
Yeah, okay. That was the only thing I saw.
Again, for the benefit of those watching, I don't know if you saw our earlier meeting. Code Red is a service provider that allows us to reach out in an emergency through telephones, emails, or text messages. The base system allows us to sort of do a reverse 911 call. In other words, the 911 database can be turned around and we can make calls to you. But it will also provide the opportunity for anybody in the village to sign up and provide us with cell phone numbers that can be used for emails, texts, or voice messages. You can provide more than one, whatever you want, so that in a situation such as we had with Hurricane Sandy, where many people are either out of power or potentially living elsewhere, we can still reach you. So that's the system we intend to use, and it will cost us about $4,000 or $5,000. Well, let's see, $5,000 a year. Patty, was that the bottom line?
Just under 5.
Right.
It's about $4,900.
Right.
And there'll be a link to Code Red right on our redeveloped website. It'll take you right there, so you'll be able to sign up. So it'll be very easy.
Right.
But Judy, for your clarification, I don't think that we asked that you go for the 5-year at the 4-year price or the 3-year price. We weren't sure that we could get the 5-year at the time we approved that resolution. So I don't know what that means as far as
And we'll clean
minutes.
it up.
I'll work
Okay.
Thank you.
And while we're at it, the minutes we're about to approve also include a recounting of the presentation from Benchmark Senior Assisted Living, a company from Wellesley, Massachusetts, which came forward and has provided a formal application to establish a senior assisted living project on the north parcel of the Methodist Church property. There were many people in attendance, and it's a matter of significant concern to many of the neighbors. We referred that to the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission had a preliminary discussion on it and will be returning to us their comments. But the zoning change would be the first step if Benchmark were to be successful in this, and that's a legislative act that would be reviewed and undertaken by this board. So there will be many more opportunities to talk about that, many more opportunities for everybody to weigh in pro or con on that subject as that is further discussed. Ditto with the proposal by Toll Brothers Company to build townhouse-style single-family homes on Washington Avenue on the office building property that abuts Foxwood. So, all in favor of the minutes?
Aye.
Motion approved. Jonathan, 39.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the change order request from Professional Consulting, Inc. for the chlorine booster station in the amount of $18,999 as per the letter dated January 21st, 2013.
There a second?
Second?
Patty, we discussed this earlier in work session. You believe it to be an essential and justified change order?
Yes, it's recommended by our superintendent as well.
Okay.
And our consulting engineers will be here next Monday to talk about the progress on this project.
All right, well, we continue to struggle with the cost of all of this. Again, it's a mandate from the State Department of Health, but the original contract was about $327,000, and this increases it to about $346,000.
And is this the end of it?
No.
I mean,
No.
I know, but I mean,
Yeah.
what are we looking at? When is the estimated time of completion here?
Oh, for the project
May
itself?
7th.
About May 7th, yes.
So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion approved. Brian.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby accepts the following donations for senior citizen programs. $50 anonymous and $25 also from an anonymous source.
Is there a second?
Second?
A continuing flow of donations, people honoring and supporting our senior citizen programs. Very much appreciated. We thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion approved. 41, Colleen.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the village administrator to engage the services of BFJ Planning, 115 Fifth Avenue, New York, for planning consultant services as per the terms set forth in their proposal dated February 13, 2013.
Is there a second?
Second?
BFJ Planning is a firm based in New York City. Paul Buckhurst, George Jacquemart, and Frank Fish established the firm. It's a planning firm of, I guess, 20 or 25 professionals, and they have quite a track record working not only in the tri-state area, but also right here in Westchester, as well as in various places around the world. So because we are confronting these two major projects, the one being the Toll Brothers project I just mentioned, the other the discussion about the proposed senior assisted living project. Those are two major ventures that require planning consultation on our side. And the services that those consultants provide on our behalf, representing the village, are paid for out of the escrow funds that the applicant is required to put up. The thinking there being, in our community as well as most others, that it ought not to be the public's responsibility to explore a proposal to change zoning by an outside developer. So those two applicants are well aware of that, and we have the advantage here of having BFJ, which is a firm that we have talked to at a couple of points over the years, and in fact was first brought to our attention by former trustee Steve Lopez. So Patty and I met the other day with Frank Fish and Susan Fafate, who is the senior associate who would be the prime person working on our account, and we're both very positively impressed.
Yeah, impressive.
It certainly is. So
I mean, I have to say, it's been a long time since we've had a consultant who did a master plan for Greater Hanoi, Vietnam.
Would you like to see it?
It's pretty amazing.
Okay. As long as you don't want to go there. See the vision.
We haven't seen it before in the plan.
But at any rate, they have worked
good,
on a
Brian.
lot
You're so
of
funny.
projects. If anyone is interested in learning a little bit more about the firm that we have chosen, you can check on their website, which is bfjplanning.com. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. 42.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the following budget amendments. The amount of $38,543 from the federal aid FEMA Hurricane Sandy goes to the following, to the expenses as listed in the record that cover various overtime and maintenance and cleanup that we had applied for Sandy. That totals, as I said, $38,543. Then there's an additional transfer from the budget code, $1,461 from day camp transportation to recreation administrative equipment, $3,489 from contingency to village hall repair and maintenance, $1,000 from contingency to unallocated insurance to total $15,950.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion approved. Those of you who follow our agenda know that we had number 43, award of a bid for the Lake Street Pool House. We're going to pull that tonight because of the discussion we had earlier. The project did not generate very many bids. Indeed, it generated only one. And we are reconsidering how to bid that in order to get a more competitive bid. So,
Mr. Mayor, can I suggest that you just reject the bid and then authorize a rebid?
okay,
That would be helpful.
all right. You want to move that, John?
Yeah, I'll move it, sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion approved.
This way we can return the bid deposit.
Okay. All right. Our fiscal year by state law runs June 1st to May 31, so we are currently in the beginning stages of the new budget, which would begin June 1 of 2013. Patty and I know the Finance Department have been working on that already, and we will be having quite a few work sessions over the next several months working on that.
Monday night, next Monday, we're circulating all of your areas of responsibility
Right.
in terms of the tentative budget as proposed by the department heads.
Right.
I have a different tentative budget because of some other constraints fiscally, but we need to start our work sessions. So maybe next Monday we can discuss some dates.
So Patty, then the draft budget will be filed,
No later than, by law, it has to be filed by the 20th of March.
and then we'll have a budget hearing in early April,
April 8th?
and
I
then
believe
we'll...
is our budget hearing.
And then we'll need to adopt the final budget by the end of April.
By the 30th. We have a very tight window once March 20th rolls in.
Right. So,
Well, I hope whoever's assigned to me is below your budget.
Yeah, below my budget. Well, nobody's been below my budget. I mean, I'm compelled to bring in a budget that complies
I'll let this meeting serve
with
as
the
a goal to those people.
with the tax cap laws, so it's very difficult. As you know this was coming. It's not going to be an easy discussion.
like every year, especially in the world of the skyrocketing pension
But we're going to
contributions.
try to make it an easy discussion. We're working very hard making your decisions clear.
At any rate, we'll be going through that in detail, and we'll do quite a bit of it in televised sessions so that all of you can get familiar with it. We'll put the draft budget as well as the evolving budget up on the website for anyone who has trouble sleeping. There will be plenty of opportunity
If you have trouble sleeping.
to help with that.
I'm not so sure that has helped.
It may keep us up.
But
It certainly keeps me up,
Yes.
so.
Mr. Mayor, too, one other thing. The last Monday in March is the evening of Passover, so we will not be having a meeting that night. That would be a regular board meeting night.
Right?
So what we will need to do when we get closer to probably the meeting on the 11th, I think that's our first meeting in March, is perhaps set another date that week just to pay bills
Okay.
and to get through some board
So
business.
the first meeting in the first Monday, the last Monday in
The
March,
25th.
the 25th, that's
The Passover.
actually Easter Monday too, isn't it?
No.
No, that's
31st
the
is-
day after Palm Sunday,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Yeah,
first
Easter's the
is
following
Easter
week, but
Monday.
that's
All
Passover
right.
that evening, so there's no
Okay.
way we can
Okay.
conduct business that night.
Okay.
So no meeting.
Right.
should we consider then regular meetings on the 4th and the 18th instead of the 11th and nothing?
Well, we will have work sessions. If we have business,
Yeah.
we can decide if we want to, but we have work sessions the 3
Okay.
Mondays out of 4.
That's
so
fine. That's
We
fine.
should be okay. It's just that I may need
Okay.
a special meeting to pay bills the end of
We
the
need
month.
some morning,
Right.
just a
Shake things up.
Because, and I wouldn't even
Yeah.
ask, except that
We've
we
done
like
that
to have
before.
real-time data for the budget this close
Yeah.
to the year,
Right.
so I'll need the bills paid to clean the budget accounts out. so we can
Understood.
see where
So-
we are.
All right.
Flush.
If
Flush.
there's no further business and no
Call it
one
flush.
in the public wants to comment at the moment, we're going to adjourn and go back into work session. We have discussion with Colleen about the website that she gave you a little preview of, and also a contract discussion with our friends from PCTV. So is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all. See you soon. Back in 2 weeks.
Good job.